Hello, my people. How are you guys doing? Welcome to today's program. I hope everything is going on well with you over here. We're doing Kankpe. That is to say that we here we did Kankpe, as some people here would say it. We dare Kankpero, you know, that not today small teaching when I will give before we go ahead to the serious business of the day. For those of you who they always learn, Awarian forming language with me. If you just want make people think say you just now Awarian, oversee abroad, want a Ghana person, when you want to speak broken, make just don't start speaking the broken, see, I go keep my mic. Let me see, some of you know they will hear me. So when you want to speak, don't go and start speaking broken like say you just be correct Niger guy. No, you have to make mistake with the broken. Just intentionally, miss some names, misspell them, mispronounce them, you know. So that's why you're gonna wanna, say I. If you want to say something like I do, you said wait, how you could be aware? You can't talk say I do. No, that's not. When you want to form, you say I dare row. Row. I dare row. I dare or compel, I dare or compel. Which one you take to it like that? Does this thing to you people? Ah, this beat. This one, what thing you people did too like this? So me, I don't like it all. All right, my good people. Today is a beautiful, blessed day. I was telling a very good friend of mine that we just gotta find reason to keep going and keep staying positive in spite of everything. So we're good. I'm good. You're good. We're all good. Okay. It's a beautiful day. We're alive, man. Sometimes you just pinch yourself and you're like, oh yeah, I'm still alive. You got so much to be grateful to God about. That's the end of preaching for today. Please don't forget to subscribe. And I get 2.5 pieces of meat yesterday. So even I see the reason why I get the half, now because a lot of you subscribe during the weekend. So we're gonna continue with the subscription so that Madam can increase the meat. Okay, so I just said it there. Don't also forget to click the notification button and give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment so we can know exactly what you want us to do. We are committed to doing exactly what you want us to do if you let us know what you want us to do. Yes, the big issue on the table, is the coronavirus. The coronavirus, it's all over the place. That's what everybody's talking about. I'm telling you, it is very, very, very amazing. But the sad thing that happened about this coronavirus, and we're dedicating this our broadcast today to this young doctor that he gave in so much. This is where we were talking about dedication. This guy gave in so much of his time, of his energy, in catering to those who were suffering from this coronavirus that he actually passed out. He passed out. I'm going to show you a video of this guy passing out, and not just that, he passed out the first time, and the sad news is that this guy eventually died. Okay, that is so sad because he died doing what he loves. He died serving his country. It's not only when you're in the army that we recognize you as having served your country or your fatherland or motherland. But let's just watch this guy that he collapsed from exhaustion, and then he later even died. But help me watch this video. So guys, that's this doctor deserves a lot of respect. You can't help but respect somebody like that who is committed to what they're doing. But then it's also very important that we take care of ourselves, because we need you. If you, it's not the best if you cannot, you have to balance everything that you do in life. So it's important that we state here that we don't encourage that people work like that doctor. Okay, we encourage people to do all they can to. There's this video I want to show you guys. Just hold on. I'm gonna show it to you now, because we are talking about the Chinese and this coronavirus that is taking the whole world by storm and causing ripples all over the place. China is attempting to perform a great feat by building a hospital in 6 days. They've done so much already, so I'm just going to play a video for you guys. This video, it's like a time lapse. Oh, that's what they call it, time lapse, to show what they have done with this hospital. They've done so much, and this is an example of where a government is committed to something, and they actually go ahead and do what they, put the right people in the right places, and then they give you what you want. So let's just go ahead and play this video, and you see the wonder that China has done so far with this hospital. Oops. Okay. Who's gonna play now? We're not playing. Okay, give us 1 second, gentlemen, and we'll play this video for you. Okay. You guys can see how this is a picture of the site of this amazing thing that China is doing. You see more and more of this site from space, and this another video. I think that's the one I showed you of. Okay, that's another video, not exactly the other one. See, these guys have gone very, very far. More pictures of the place. That's another picture. Anyways, so that's our update for you guys on the coronavirus. We also told you guys what to do to make sure that you don't catch this coronavirus. I mean, you can only do your best, and it's been reported somewhere in Africa, not yet in Nigeria. We are praying that it doesn't come into Nigeria, because with the way Nigeria is structured right now, if that disease comes into Nigeria, I will not say anything. I will just want to leave it, just let me leave it there, because if that disease comes into Nigeria, thank God for the Minister of Health we had in those days, who was able to contain the the Ebola virus when it came into Nigeria. But if that sort of thing happens now, I don't know. Now that our president has to travel abroad, he can't even treat himself. The person when if he treat himself, how he go treat other people. So that is the situation in Nigeria, and we're just praying seriously. But basically, what you have to do is everything you did during the Ebola crisis. Just make sure that you cook your food, make sure you wash your hands, use sanitizer. Stay away from people who are sick and coughing and doing all those kind of things. Stay away from having contact with fluid from someone who has some kind of a contagious, who shows signs of having a cold or something like that. So those are the things you need to do, and by God's grace, everything will be fine. Okay, you won't have to deal with that very very crazy illness. All right, moving on to Nigeria. We continue to bring you guys news about the way the government has been clamping down on people whom they view as opposition. And the latest in that is a former student who wrote an article about Omoyele Shore, about many other comrades, and the lecturer is no longer in the school. He had to resign when he got wind of what they were planning to do to him, and so many other things. This guy was picked up by the DSS. It's just very ugly what they did to this guy, and his name is Babalola Ayola. And kudos to Enibehen. Enibehen is the lawyer for the African Action Congress. He is the one on the case, and he was able to secure bail for this young man. I'm going to put up his picture shortly. But the thing you need to hear about this case, which is very 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 disheartening, is that this young man, to bring him to court, and that is the one that is, it just sounds very very ridiculous. They couldn't bring him to court because the Black Maria was not working. They had to bring him to court in the private vehicle of whether it was the chief warden or whoever it was. That's how they had to bring this guy to court. And my friend who sent me this story, was telling me that now he understands why a lot of inmates they will just stay in prison for such a long time, because on the day that their case is supposed to be heard, there's actually no vehicle sometimes to bring them to court. So when there's nobody to bring you to court, what are you going to do? You understand? So that is why some of these people don't come to court. But special thanks to our lawyer in Ibehem who fought and made sure that that comrade was released on bail. DSS, he actually wanted him to be completely he wanted the case to be struck out, but you and I know now DSS couldn't do that. Why? Because of order from above. So they ended up just postponing the case and granting the guy bail. But normally what Enibehem wanted was for them to strike out the case, since their lawyer was not there and they didn't seem to have any case. But that is Nigeria for you. They know how to turn justice upside down. So I'm putting up the picture of Ayola shortly. Okay, so here is Ayola's picture. How come we're not seeing it? Ayola. Yes, I have his picture now. Yeah, that's the young man. Yes, I really wanted to put up his picture. Sometimes this thing don't let you do what you want to do, but I really wanted to put up his picture. And a good friend of mine, um, uh, um, Ade Femi, who writes for uh, this very popular blog, Opera News. He sent me this story because this guy had written also about him, Adefemi, and about Moyele Shore, about Jalingo, and all the injustices that are going on in Nigeria. So the story is that after several drama that happened in court yesterday, right from the delay in bringing the accused due to unavailability of the prison Black Maria, we are told he developed a mechanical fault. Babalola was brought handcuffed like a wanted criminal in the personal car of a warder due to the outcry and attention the matter had gained. A lot of accused persons could not be brought to court due to the mechanical fault. Can you imagine one vehicle? I now understand why I met a lot of awaiting trial inmates in Kirikiri who have not stood before a judge in 6 years. Terrific. Nigeria itself has faults. The matter was called and the SSS were not present in court. The magistrate declined striking out the case and issuing any penalty to the SSS, as these were positions moved by Inibehe Effiong, counsel to the defendant. Babalola was released from Ibarra prisons on bail yesterday, and the matter continues tomorrow, Wednesday, 29 January 2020. Tyranny and tyrants have got expiry dates. We shall always overcome. Adeyeye Olorun Femi, yeah, he's a great comrade. He's the one that sent me the story about Ayola. Yes, but um, we can never stop talking about this government and their manner of oppressing their citizens. The case that is very, very, very interesting, very, very interesting, that anybody should be interested in is the case of Governor Ayade versus Abajalingo. You guys know that Governor Ayade has been flip-flopping. Today he will say one thing, tomorrow he will say another. Now he's beginning to sound like a saint. He's beginning to say, I didn't do anything, no, I don't do anything, no. In fact, it is me that is me that helped Abajalingo. It is me that did this. Things that are unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's what this Governor Ayande is saying now. But we are here today to hold him accountable. Okay? Some of the things that he said about Abajalingo, which is being spread, and you know how the government, when they have a story, when they have a message to preach, they will publicize it, they will put it everywhere, they will make you think that it is true. They will disfigure the facts so much. But we know the truth. We know the truth, and we are committed to making sure that you don't deceive people. We will do everything that we can to make sure that we check you out with that your lie that you're spreading around, and we will hold you accountable. So today we're going to focus a little bit on Governor Ayade of Cross River State, and the trial that he brought against our comrade and our brother, our Jalingo. We are going to make sure that we hold him accountable, because these are the people who cause all these problems around. So this is the guy, man. This is the governor of Cross River State, Governor Ayade, who We're gonna give him his 2 minutes of fame today. Maybe he wants to be popular. Yes, let us make him popular a little bit. So Governor Ayade, he had gone, online, and he well, that's what they had in the papers. The papers say that Governor Ayade had finally spoken concerning continued detention of Abba Jalingo. You know, um, Governor Ayade was saying that he's not in court for treason. A state does not have power to try anyone from treason. It's not me. That's what he was saying. Mr. Ayade said the journalist's arrest and trial is in connection with Omoyele Shore's Revolution Now protest. You see what's happening? He was people talk say no be the day we Pikin throw away oil. Now that day they beat him. They wait another day that he does something. They go and remind him of the oil that he spilled. So that's what Governor Ayande is saying now. That it's not him. It is the case of Omoyele Shore that Abba Jalingo is suffering for. He says on his Facebook page he sent pictures where he was tear gas at the Revolution March in Lagos, his own pictures posted by himself, and when Shore was being arrested, he went back to his Facebook to post, "The revolution has just started. We will continue this battle until revolution works." He admitted this in court, Governor Ayade said. Because I hear this man, but I'm coming back. Please just be patient because today we really want to give him his 2 minutes of fame that he wants. But before we reply him, let us first of all look at his own argument that he thinks it is very justified. Okay, according to him, he's saying that you all are seeing him as a journalist, but he's not. He's the chairman of Shore's party in Cross River State, so he's a politician. He has a primary calling, which is journalism. Once he started the campaign to overthrow, did you hear him? This is how they begin to paint names when they want to do something to you. Once he started the campaign to overthrow the government of President Buhari, he ceased to be seen from the point of journalist because he has become the state chairman of a party. Governor Ayade, however, says he has been working for Mr. Jalingo's release from Calabar prison where he has been incarcerated. He says, "I'm of the opinion that Abba Jalingo should be released because I think he was just youthfully excited." These people, how can you look at a journalist that does very good journalism work and you say he was just being youthful? God will really help you people in all this nonsense that you do. And then he went ahead to say, but when I got a thing right, you go, no, he says, today you need something, then Ayade is a good man, and you start writing all the good things. But if I take my phone and show you our WhatsApp communication, you will call me a godly man. Today I need money to set up a computer school. Tomorrow I need money to feed my birds. The other day I need to be innocent soap distributor in Cross River State. I do all that, but when I don't get a thing right, you go to the social media and you write something as careless as Governor Ayade has taken 500 million to Russia. You impugned my father's name, my character, my family name for just personal requests that I have not met out of many that I have met. So you see, this man is purely blackmailing Abba Jalingo. Please, for once, put yourself in my shoes. All I simply did was to stay out of the issue, the governor said. This is what the governor wants us to believe. He wants us to believe that, listen, all I was just doing was just trying to help you. I have helped you a lot, but you hold on, guys. Yeah, he was trying to accuse Abba Jalingo of blackmailing him. Meanwhile, he is the one that is actually blackmailing Abba Jalingo. So, but there is a reply to all these things that the governor has said. A very well thought out reply. So, Mr. Governor, we're going to put you up, side by side, so that we can ask you some of these questions. Maybe by the time you answer them, we'll get a better picture of where they come from, because you have spoken well and it's all over the place. Now you're feeling really cool with yourself. Everybody's talking about it. You think, yes, yes, I'm doing the right thing. It's what I'm doing is the best thing. But hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. We have one or two questions or two answers that we need to advance in this our argument, and we promise, if your own argument is superior to our own, who are we will yield to you. However, at the end of our own argument, if you discover that you yourself is the one that does not have any if you discover that you are the one that does not have anything to offer, then you will have to apologize to Nigerians, because all of you people were holding you purely accountable for all the nonsense that you people are doing in our country, Nigeria. So let me go and bring this Governor Ayade in now, and we'll be able to interrogate him here. Okay, Governor, no go far, no go far. We will interrogate you now, make you tell us one or two things, because this your bones where you carry for your eye. Yeah. Okay, so that's the governor, and we're gonna go and bring him in shortly. I have brought him in already, but I need to be looking at his face, and he's looking at my face, so that we go connect better, and so that if I dey ask him the question, he no go deny me at all, because these people, they can deny you, and they can say, oh, it's not what you say that I said, or that I said. So I'm going to bring myself in, and we'll be able to talk to him. Okay, so here we are. So, Mr. Governor, my name is Achidi. See, you mess up plenty times, okay, but I can ask you those things where you talk. We need to dispel some of those your propaganda. They look down when you're supposed to they look you up. Anyhow, is up there somewhere. You guys, I know you're seeing him. Where? Here. That's what we do. The guy is somewhere up there. You guys are seeing him. See, that is bones that he has in his eyes. Okay, let us attend to him shortly. Anyways, so for the records, Ayade's misleading tale on Abajalingo, I implore you to be patient, because this is a long read. Everyone is entitled to his own opinion, but not to his own facts. This was by Daniel Patrick Moynihan. Governor Benedict Ayade of Cross River State on Monday, which was yesterday, in what may be the best media spin so far, tried to spawn a narrative by playing the victim card, which has remained his best response to every obstacle he has faced on a matter he seemingly lost control of. We would have kept quiet, but due to the fact he chose in a rather grandeur manner, and for the umpteenth time, to shave citizen Abajalingo's head in his absence. I've always told you people, you can't shave somebody's head in their absence. They have to be there now. So since he has decided to shave Abajalingo's head in his absence, it is only proper that we invite Mr. Governor back to properly dispose of the hair that he has cut. After all, he is a self-acclaimed environmentalist. So, Oga Governor, you barb somebody hair, you mess up the whole place now. Yeah, you no go just run like that. Come, make you pack the thing, go throw away at least, or send somebody to clean am up for you. Now, in his characteristical eccentric approach, he contradicted himself several times, and we intend to answer questions he left unattended to in what seemed more of an outburst to please than to tell his own story. Okay? He was trying to tell his own story, but this is what he ended up doing. Now, Mr. Ayade claimed that Citizen Abba Jalingo is facing charges of treason, and he admitted in court, Mr. Governor, sir, when did that happen? When did he admit that he was that those charges against him are right? You see, people just say what they have in their head, not the reality. In your mind, you're thinking that yes, he has been condemned of treason. No, you people concocted that treason charge, and he pleaded not guilty. So why are you saying that he accepted in court, admitted in court? Now, number two, he claimed that Citizen Jalingo, by virtue of his being a leader of a political party, African Action Congress, should not be regarded as a journalist. Where did that logic come from? Omoyele Sowore is no longer a journalist. What are you saying? You that is Professor Nko, are you no longer professor? Okay. Ayade at some point referred to himself as a professor. Oh, will a leader of political party like himself, which is governor and the head of PDP in Cross River, remain a professor, a lawyer, a businessman as he is always claimed? Is that not showing the world his thought process on double standards? You actually have triple standards. Just like the federal government saying you cannot have a moteku, but they have other things in northern parts of Nigeria. On the claims that he has been giving Citizen Jalingo monies and funding Cross River Watch. This is very, very important because a lot of you have come to me and said, Chidi, about Jalingo and the governor, they were at 5 and 6 now. How about he's the one that did this, he bought him vehicle. The governor even said it in his release. But concerning that, let's put the record straight. Cross River Watch launched on August 27, 2012 with an office along IBB Way, Calabar. Another office apartment was rented along Ndideng Osang Iso Road in 2013. Management and staff moved into the new office in 2014 while Mr. Ayade was still a senator, whom, as a step to please former Governor Liel Imoke, decided to sponsor some of his supporters to open blogs and news portals with the sole aim of discrediting Cross River Watch for publishing reportage that was perceived to be anti-government. Mr. Ayade, is this a lie? Is this a lie? Okay. Mr. Ayade, you should explain how you've been feeding Jalingo from the 34 days he spent in police custody, as well as the 125 days he has spent in custodial service, as none of his aides, allies, relatives have visited with food as the 100 he has spent in custodial service, as none of his aides, allies, relatives have visited with food for him. He is bereft of how Citizen Jalingo has survived all through and remain in high spirits. Cross River Watch uses IVM, Innocent Motors G5, as its official vehicle. When and how it was bought, Mr. Ayade does not know. He donated a Toyota Sienna vehicle before he assumed office as governor to the Association of Cross River Online Journalists, ACROJ. The succeeding chairman and secretaries have kept custody of the vehicle, and Citizen Jalingo has never driven it for one day, Mr. Governor. So which official vehicle did you buy for Cross River Watch or Citizen Jalingo? You see, you're just deceiving yourself. His conflicting position that he has no hand in the matter but chose to stay away and then later work with Citizen Jalingo's lawyers is an indictment on him. How can you say you stayed away? Then now when you are wrapping all the things you are wrapping, you say that you have joined Citizen Jalingo's lawyers to work for his release. That's talking from three sides of the mouth. These inconsistencies only show someone trying to hide facts, which he did while playing to the emotions of the people. How do you stay away from a matter and then turn around to claim you fed the accused? Now, Citizen Abba Jalingo has always asked Ayade to make public all the monies he allegedly collected from him, Ayade. Go ahead and tell the public all this money you say you gave me. Let's hear you speak up about it. And the request he made, the request that Abba Jalingo made to you, make it public. Now, that demand still stands, or was he just hiding in plain sight? You know, when you said, if you release the WhatsApp thing now, all of us go scatter. Release it now. Release it, because then we will see what you self said. It takes two to tango now. We will see what you said. Maybe you said, bros, make I give you this motor, make I give you this money so that you go do this thing for me. Maybe Abba Jalingo say, Mr. Governor, thank you, sir. Oh yeah, now, no problem, sir. No problem, sir. Maybe they were setting you up. Let us see all the things that you say, but you will not release it. I challenge you, Governor Ayade, to go ahead and release these things. I mean, you started talking the truth. You're a fair man. You're the head of a government, so we trust you. But the way you're coming after it, it sounds like blackmail. Anyway, this demand still stands, or was it just hiding in plain sight? It behoves on Mr. Ayade, who claims his benevolence is unmatched, to come clean on his intent to spend more time discussing about a matter he claimed to have no idea about, instead of his visit to President Muhammad Buhari. Or could it be blackmail? People are beginning to ask, Governor, why did you go to see the president? Is it really on official matters, or is this something to do with blackmail? Now, why has the Cross River State government remained the only source and reference of information for the reason of citizen Jalingo's arrest? That's the only source of reference. The police has remained mute. Only the governor and his aides have been claiming it was his participation in the Revolution Now movement. How come? He protested in Lagos against the federal government. Why then did 3 out of the 4 charges filed on August 30, 2019 alleged treason against the Cross River State government, toppling the Cross River State government and forcing to an end in an undemocratic matter the administration of Mr. Ayade? These were the 3 counts that were in the 4 count charges against Abba Jalingo. How come 3 out of 4 focuses on your government, yet you come and say that this whole thing revolves around his participation in Revolution Now movement and his closeness to Omoyele Sowore? What you just did is that you are going after him. Personal vendetta, what you see as personal vendetta, but you just wanted to rope it into what you think will make sure that they put him away forever, so that the real story about you will not be revealed. Anyway, sir, why does the State Ministry of Justice keep sending a representative to appear in court when the public has been barred from Jalingo's secret trial? Why? Now, if Mr. Ayade truly viewed citizen Jalingo as his brother, why has he not visited him since his incarceration? Let us assume, but not conclude, not concede, that Ayade has been giving assistance to his brother. Is there any law, or even in Obudu tradition, where the two come from, that says if your brother who is a leader is perpetrating corruption, you ought to keep quiet? Why are Ayade's aides seeking to twist citizen Jalingo into collecting millions of naira and appointment if only he signs terms of settlement to keep his mouth shut, his eyes closed, and his ears covered to the shenanigans of public office holders in Cross River State? You guys keep going to Abba Jalingo, you keep contacting his wife, you keep contacting people that know him, offering him all kinds of things so that he will keep shut, but he refused, and that's why you came after him. There is no state in Nigeria where up to 3 journalists are facing trial at the same time, with the situation best described as feeling the hand of Esau but hearing the voice of Jacob. That's what it looks like you are doing, Governor. Since 2015, more journalists, dissenting voices, and critics in Cross River State have faced one form of attack or the other than the decade preceding this time? Will Governor Ayade dispute this? Now, finally, will he also deny that his nominal complaint, that he is nominal complainant? You are nominal complainant, governor, not the federal government. He said he is of the opinion that Citizen Jalingo should be released. Does that mean he admits that Jalingo is innocent? Or is it a subtle way of saying he lost control of the process he planned? Does this mean he is no longer liable to the crime he so claimed Jalingo committed? He is trying to say that, me, I've been saying that they should release him, or they should release him. What are you saying? Are you trying to now say that he is innocent? Maybe that's what you're saying. You don't know when you said it, that you think he's innocent, he should be released. Or is it that the heat of all of these things that we're doing is getting to you, sir? You know, we've been giving you your time of fame. You know, instead of you focusing on your achievements, people are focusing on you as a bad governor. The same thing that you try to hide, the same thing you try to cover up, is blown open. It's just like you collected something that you should have quietly dealt with, and you threw the thing to the fan. That waterproof that they tied something that is smelly, you threw it up into the fan, and the fan just make the thing and now the thing is smelling all over the place, and you're trying to stop a falling rain. You're trying to send a rain that is falling back into the sky. You know, they work. Anyway, why say all these things now? Is it because Jalingo will not be able to respond? After all, after all the mudslinging against him while he was a free man, were never bought by the people. After all the mudslinging that you put on Jalingo did not stick to the wall, now you're doing all this when he is not there to answer for himself. You're barbing his hair in his absence. Make you go collect your cloth where you baffle. So clearly it was easier to lock him up and then hope the public will swallow hook, line and sinker all the garbage you spewed about Jalingo. Mr. Ayade must have felt that it was becoming obvious and tried his decision to use influencers to cast aspersions on Citizen Jalingo in order to change the minds of the people who see beyond his shenanigans. Hence, the need to seize the opportunity when it presented itself. You went and visited the State House in Asokoro, and then you leveraged on this position to quickly prepare a broth which you forgot to stir and put down before leaving home. For a man whose inconsistencies on policies and matters of governance and administration are well documented in the media, it is rather funny that he intends to be taken serious with these statements. This attempt to soak the feathers of the cock with spittle from a parched throat at best shows a man on the ball, and at worst a governor trying to hit the hay due to frustrations. This too shall pass. This thing that I wrote to you guys is signed by Coalition to Free Abba Jalingo, and Worship Media. This was our own way of contributing to the good work that all these people are doing all over the place. That's why we took our time. It's okay if you cannot watch it now. You can come and watch it later, but we had to spend this time to actually talk about this issue and make sure that we send the messages out to the public, because they use state media, they use a lot of money to buy people to talk about these things. We don't have that kind of money, so when we get a chance, we do what we have to do. So forgive us if we had to put you through all that long episode of reading to you what is going on with Governor Ayade. Don't forget, guys, that on the 11th of February, Omoyele Sowore is going to be in court. We'll continue to remind you of this so that you don't forget and you don't go to sleep and think everything is okay. Everything is not okay. The government is still bad. They are still doing what is not good, and they are not good. That's what I can just tell you. So please don't give up. We're expecting a lot of people to come to the court when Omoyele Sowore is going to be in court on the 11th of February. Ignore, like I said in a video, ignore all the things that are going on. Don't be distracted. Just know that we cannot be distracted. We cannot be distracted. We are in a position where we need to keep doing what we're doing. We must keep the spirit high. We must keep promoting what Omoyele Sowore believes in. Let me just let you guys understand that. Forget about Omoyele Sowore as a person. Okay, if you focus on people, people are not perfect. If you focus on Chidi, you're going to miss it. But if you focus on what the person believes in, if you focus on the agenda of the person, if you focus on the impact they are making, then you will really, really get it. And that's what I want to see people do. That's what we must learn to do. We must learn to focus on someone's ideals and what they believe in. What it does is it helps you to be able to navigate these days, this tough days that we are all going through. I did a video out there for members of the Take It Back movement, and anybody who belongs to any of the other ones, AAC, Revolution Now, whatever it is that you believe in, you ought to go and watch that video and understand where we all should be right now. Okay, we should not allow ourselves to be distracted. We should not allow ourselves to be distracted. That's all I can say for now. If you make sure you don't allow yourself to be distracted, you will do well. All right, guys. Go over to worshipmedia.ca. Okay, I always tell you guys to go there. I see that a lot of you have started going there. When you go there, you see all the things that we have there for you. I'm just gonna shortly take you guys there so that Madam no go kill me. All right, I don't want to forget to take you guys there. So there you go. That's our website. You can go there and you can check out daily news. We got all kinds of news, even all the videos that we do on YouTube. All of them come there. You see all of them, just they fly, they go, just they fly, they go, just they fly, they go. So make sure that you go there and check out all the wonderful things that we have going on there. We even have, if you want something to enrich your day, we have quotes of the day. There's quotes of the day there in that our website. So when you go there, you can just have something to use to show that yourself you be a somebody. Let me show you our quote for the day today. It says, today's quote is, peace, it's its own reward. Peace is its own reward. So when you pursue peace, the fact that you have peace, it's a reward for your efforts. Okay, so keep trying to be good, keep trying to pursue peace with all men, and then God will bless your effort. So from all of us here in the Worship Media Studios, my name is Dr. Chidi Cadet Mwayawo. And you know what? Somebody sent me a song. A lot of us are in this thing together. I promised him I was gonna share this song with all of us. So you will permit me, guys, to kind of round off with us listening to this song. His name is actually Christ. When he told me his name was Christ, I couldn't believe it. Okay, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share the link with me on SoundCloud. I'm gonna go ahead and so you guys are already seeing his that same You already seen him. So he shared this with me. I'm gonna play it and we're gonna listen to it as we call it a day. So make we listen to the music. The music start with so many things where you go to talk first.
Alongside MC Chika. Now what got I like you? I love what they get in there.
Pass me my K, I wanna talk sense, I wanna make sense. You say they say you seek you where you come you hide. You say they say you seek you where you come you hide. Chica, pass me my K, I wanna talk sense, I wanna make sense. What I like you, akuwa me. What I like you, make you talk a me. What I like you, akuwa me. What I like you, make you talk a me. One no go talk one no go fancy, one no go talk one no go fancy. They come to rule us, they want make us be their slaves. Say they come to rule us, they want make us be their slaves. Ya no quiero, solo quiero libertad. I no quiero, solo quiero libertad. Hey, 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 hey. Say chica, make it holla for me.
They want to lead us, they want make us be their slaves. We don't want no fighting, we don't want no looting, we don't want no suffering, we want freedom for everyone. Hey, hey, hey.
What I like you, akuwa me. What I like you, make you talk a me. What I like you, akuwa me. What I like you, make you talk a me. One no go talking,
we go talk yo.
one no go fancy,
We dey fancy yo.
one no go talking,
We dey talk yo.
one no go fancy.
They dey run us down. We go for their hand. We don't go green. Who they are? MCG. Guys, for Nigeria,
Okay, my good people, as now they hear the music now, so we'll just call it a day. And you know, you can also go and check him out, you know, on SoundCloud and see what more he has to offer. His name is Fresh Shinks. So they just take call, so go out there and check him out. And from all of us here in the Toronto studios of Worship Media, my name is Dr. Chidi. There's Dr. Erica. There's our two beautiful children. There's our people all over the world helping us to do some of the things that you see us do. And on behalf of all of us, I say we love you. Take care of yourself, my people. Okay? Bye-bye.